a Burt Kreischer comedy concert next
Nice.
month.
It's the wheat.
It's like the Fully Loaded Comedy Festival or whatever he's doing.
He's funny.
I love it. I want to go to
There
the one
it
where
is.
Joey Diaz is going to, because he's not going to the one in my city. I'm like, I really want to hear Joey Diaz.
All right, I thought it was back up, and
I was just concerned with some of the topics because I'm like, oh, don't ask me some of these questions because I'll get really, really into it because I don't have a straight answer for anything.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
too
thing
easy of a joke.
Yeah,
I think we were all thinking it.
Might as well go
Um,
for the kill, Raven.
which is
No.
funny because I think if I said something, you'd be like, oh, that's okay.
Is there any new manga that came out?
What new manga came out?
We're on.
I don't know. I'm just looking.
We're live.
Hey,
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
on.
we're live.
We're
Oh,
live.
new chapter of Monster Musume came out.
Of course you like it.
I like Monster Musume.
I remember telling Rogue, I'm like, yeah, Rogue, you can come in anytime. Like our 5 shot's working fine, and then we have 5 people in there. It's like, oh, do you have the 6?
Right.
I'm like, fuck.
Like, I mean, if I'm actually causing you issues, like with your stream or something, I can leave.
I fixed it now. Like I have now.
Did
All
you-
I have for this setup is the 6 shot, which is perfectly fine, and we don't need the slide stuff. That's fine. We could just talk about Tomb Raider or whatever the fuck that is.
Tomb
Oh, is that the next topic? Shit. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
we,
know what.
Wait, there's
What?
like,
something about
Dude.
Tomb Raider?
I mean,
Yeah, kind of.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
Raven,
if y'all
sorry.
want to go, no, you're fine. I was gonna say, if y'all want to go back to talking about Star Wars, I can do that as well. Like, I'm a fan of it. I have a tattoo for Star Wars on my forearm, so.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Hiro and myself, like, we go on Etsy and go, check out this lightsaber. I'm like, wow, that's $300. Check out this one. Like, I want that one. It's like, I want that one. Like, we got, and then we see like this Mandalorian Kevlar helmets. I'm like, ooh.
Yes.
So then here's a Star Wars related question, and I don't know if you guys answered this earlier, so sorry if you have, but it's a little more like, I say it's random, but it's, to me it's not. What color would your lightsaber be if
Ooh,
you could
good
choose a
one.
color?
That's a better one.
That
Everyone
is a good
knows
one.
what color mine's gonna be, but
So I mean, if you guys need to think, like, I'll go first. I always like the yellow because that's all about like the knowledge side of the Jedi. Like, they weren't necessarily violent, but they would, like, you know, back your shit up if they need to.
that's the Enforcer blade.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they were always
Mm.
about like the history and keeping that intact as well. So I always, you know, I've kind of drifted
No
to that.
rainbow blade.
Yes, Queen.
They actually make them. That's why I was saying, like, they actually
Do they?
like, they fluctuate RGB. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a whole bunch of rainbow stuff actually.
No.
Mine.
Nearly as big a deal.
Well, there's also that Jedi that used that crystal that was unstable, so it kept. I think it stream died again because
I know.
it kept going like shorter.
Stop
like,
mentioning it. God damn it.
It would adjust the
Yeah.
length. I was just letting you know. I didn't know.
There it is.
But the lightsaber would change. He was like, he wasn't a fair duel because his lightsaber constantly changed length in the middle of the duel.
Mhm.
So he'd purposely make it like shorter and bigger, so to confuse people. I
mean, then
forget the
there's
name
also
of that
lightweight.
Jedi. I can't remember that. Is the damn dark sword in Mandalorian? Is that technically a lightsaber? Or is that a sword?
That would be considered, I think, a blade.
The dark.
Yeah.
It's called the
Bro.
dark saber.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's so old that.
How old is it?
It's so
Sorry.
old it needs Viagra to light up.
Whoa.
I think it's probably a couple thousand years old. Can someone double check that? I'm gonna have to. I would have to alter my screen. pretty sure the dark saber is a couple thousand years old because I'm pretty sure Mandalore the Great had it, which is an old lore.
I got you. It's one. Legend tells that it was created over 1,000 years ago by Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian ever inducted
Right.
into the Jedi Order.
Excuse me. Because I kept sitting off center to.
Okay, but what other colors would y'all be? So we got purple, and then I said yellow. So why
Moby
purple?
said blue.
Okay,
It's like
And
blue.
blue.
Royalty.
royalty. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Purple was cool. Mace Windu had a great fucking lightsaber.
Well, I just love that.
Space Windu.
Well, it's just funny because that was just straight up Samuel L. Jackson going, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna have a purple lightsaber."
Yeah. So they
No
ended
one's
up
gonna tell
inventing a lore for it.
Right? Yeah.
Isn't he though? Isn't Mace Windu supposed to be like one of the more powerful Jedi in existence?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has a special ability, especially in the role-playing game, called Shatterpoint,
He still died.
which
He's still dead.
Execute.
depends on the where. Depends on the where.
Oh,
But like
no.
with Shatterpoint, basically
That's not a
you-
lightsaber, chieftain. Somebody.
it's like a spot check, or no, it's a search check, and you're basically observing your opponent. And then it's like a battle mind, I think.
So what
I
color?
have what?
What color is your saber?
I don't even know if I'd be the type to own a
Teal?
saber. That's the thing. I don't know. I mean, one of my characters has a light whip, and one of my characters has a ghost fire saber.
Always
Ghost
gotta
Fire
be
Why is it
complicated.
never a straight answer?
Yeah, it's always got to be
Because you're making me choose. I am not more than. I am not just one thing. Okay. It's
You
difficult
can't
for me to
commit.
make certain decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my
Okay.
game, I'm a droid, so
What type of droid?
I'm a
An
protocol
R2
droid.
unit.
No, I'm a
No,
protocol
sorry.
droid.
Of course you
Hey.
are.
I forget what protocol
I-
droid I was because it's mine was like it was a mix because the protocol droid I had specifically had grapple hook hands, and
Nice.
everyone else in our group were small species, so they're Ewoks and stuff like that. And there were times when we had to escape, and they would all jump on my back, and I would grapple hook
And
out
you
of
just
places.
grapple out. Yep. Yeet.
I did get an arm
Did they
ripped
call you
off
Inspector Gadget?
No, but I did get an arm ripped off because I had to connect our spaceship to another spaceship out in space. So they did. So they basically used me as a tow rope, and it ripped off an arm.
Oh no! Oh, he didn't pass the save. Oh no.
Dashiki!
My favorite droids were the droidicas, but of course they were.
Oh yeah,
The
they're so-
coliquid species that made them utter assholes. They have like a -4 charisma starting. So like you're already starting in negative stats. It's not good. It's not going up from here.
God, that sounds like
They're
me
also-
in my 20s.
I mean,
Right?
goodness is they basically can be bought through meat. So like it's like, hey, can you do this thing for me? No. What if I paid you in food? Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Definitely me in my 20s.
So what's this Tomb Raider
So-
thing? What's going on with Tomb Raider?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, Chieftain, what would your color be?
Purple.
Purple.
Purple, because I want mine to look like Mace Windu, and I'm going to have BMF on it.
No,
Bad
you just want
motherfucker.
It's the
You want
color
to
of
copy
Nerdball.
me.
Oh, sorry.
Copy you, bitch.
Yeah. It's all right. Purple's good.
By the way, I think what's the guy's name in the game that came out? Is
Oh,
it
that game?
Cal
game?
Kestis or something like that? Is that his name?
Yes.
You're talking about the
Um,
newest game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his lightsaber, they actually added that to Disney World. You can get his lightsaber, and if you buy two, you can connect them together and double side it.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I have about six lightsabers in the house. I bought my nephew's. One likes the red lightsaber, the other one likes the blue, so I have to train them differently. Like one who has the blue is get angry. I go, you can't be angry. That's not the use of the Force. The reason why I have purple is because you can harness the good and the bad. There is no dark. There is no light. There is
Well-
just the Force. Therefore, I am a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
Use both sides and fuck some shit up. There you go. That's the reason for the purple lightsaber for me. Like your reason was for protection. Mine was to like harness both sides because you're more powerful when you harness both sides of something. and you could do more good, in my opinion.
I mean, I can't disagree with you.
I know. That's why I said it
Find
like
in
that.
Star Wars lore, before they had blasters, what did they use?
Slug throwers.
They just used rocks because they had better aim with them.
Well,
That's
no,
gonna be my
right.
second answer
I
too.
thought I heard that like they went the blasters because the other ones were too strong and like no one can handle them.
Actually,
handle
fun
the
fact
normal
about
blaster.
slug throwers. Slug throwers are a different feat entirely from blasters, and the dice you roll, the stats for them are totally different. So like blasters are kind of generic and can be blocked by certain types of armor. Slug
Yeah.
throwers are basically like, nah fam, fuck you. We're
that's
going
what-
straight through it.
That's what Mando uses. He uses the slug thrower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that shit's a lot harder to have resistance to. Who'd have thought?
So I think
Right.
it was declared they went to blasters because it was slug throwers like erased everything that they hit. So it was like deemed like, oh, we need to be like identify who we hit. So we don't need to vaporize them immediately.
Slug thrower go.
Yeah. Hiro, what's your lightsaber color?
Shoot, I don't want to copy you guys. I like
Pink.
the idea of balance as
Purple.
well. But also my personality would lean more towards the yellow because I give a shit about my friends and the people I care about.
Oh, I don't care
So,
about anybody, so I get it.
Yeah.
But I get that though. You're like, no, like, peacekeeper, like, please don't do that. Do that again, I'm gonna curb stomp your face.
Whoa.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
that's what it gets to. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like I really do like the idea of the balance. You know, balance the good, the evil, whatever. If I had a character, my character arc would be a meandering one that would go between the light side, the dark side, and then back kind of thing. And then, family.
Wait, I want Yaddle's
Probably.
lightsaber, so I think the color orange would be good too.
I don't know what orange is. What does orange do?
It's similar
Well-
to yellow.
Thing about it is technically, the color of the lightsaber doesn't necessarily denote power or necessary meaning at this point.
It's
It used to, back in like the older times before the current, like before the Empire,
Before the dark
the-
times.
the color was sort of a it was used as a determining factor because if you chose the kyber crystal and the kyber crystal chose you, it would kind of reveal its potential through its color, and so the Jedi would kind of sort you into those types of roles for you. But
Gotcha.
that started getting phased out closer to the end of the Republic's time, hence why you see so many people with so many different colors of lightsabers. So color doesn't really matter too much anymore.
Right.
Honestly, though, let's be honest, it was just to denote good versus evil on screen. But
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah.
essentially it.
Originally, yeah, but when they started expanding the lore, there was a lot of fans created a lore behind it, and it kind of compiled into an expanded universe feature, if you will, where when the kyber crystal came in contact with the Force user, it would reveal one of your strongest traits. You know, are you a protector? Are you a knowledge seeker? Are you and for the red lightsaber, they'd say that the dark side would corrupt the kyber crystal.
Right.
And
There's a brown lightsaber, and I want that one.
yeah, I saw that. I saw the brown
That's
one.
the
I'm just
Amber
like,
Heard.
"Fuck?"
That's the Amber
That's the
Heard
ever heard
lightsaber.
one.
Oh my god.
That's the lightsaber you get if
The lightsaber color.
superficial.
Well, no, to the the Empire side, it's almost like the armor, right? Like the armor on the soldiers, it's notated within the helmet what they are, right? So the sniper
Oh,
has
yeah.
a different helmet than the scout does, and then the scout is different from a normal stormtrooper, and I think it kind of goes into that same vein. It's just, going back to the homage, like you guys have said, to it meant something more back then, but obviously it
Right.
still holds something like homage to, and it's just like the Emperor's Guard was in that sick ass red, like which was
scarlet
dope as
color.
hell.
Yeah, that shit was pretty dope.
I think the
Right?
color, like I like the white sabers too. They're pretty neat.
That's racist.
God.
I mean, they
But
look cool.
I think it like harks back to that same thing. And the same can be said with like the Mandalorian brands that they put on their on their armor and stuff like that they ended up doing. It's all very cool stuff, but it harks back to a lot of societies and how they hold on to their past even while trying to go forward into their future. Sorry, that's the sociologist in me coming out.
No, gonna change a few things around here.
Matters.
Somebody else would be like, one time for the one time.
All the Utah
Alex-
crowd, high five.
Oh my
Alabama's
god.
going, a
Oh man.
Yeah, all those small details are what really, and I don't know if it's the same for you guys, whether it's Star Wars or Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, whatever you're into, like whatever floats your
Harry
boat.
Potter is just Star Wars with shitty lightsabers. That's all.
I've
it
seen
is.
that epic rap battle of history, Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, what the fuck?
Is this is this topic okay, Hiro? Because I get a secret.
Yeah, that's fine. So the actual point of of this topic is that Embracer Group bought a metric shit
this
ton
was
of
what I
IP from Square Enix. Wait, was it Square Enix? I think
Oh,
it
we're
was.
talking
Yes.
about this one.
Yep.
Okay, I
Embracer
guess we're
Group
not-
is
Jar Jar Binks sucks, but go ahead.
Embracer Group is formerly known as THQ. So
Nordic.
Yep, Nordic, THQ Nordic. They had several iterations, but this is realized I can't actually see what you got on your screen because you're a gray blob to me right now, Chief.
What?
Oh,
But,
in
I thought it was
Discord?
just me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's,
Oh.
he's a gray blob in Discord.
Oh, never mind. Let me take a look.
But the things that catch my eye is that in that mashup of property that Embracer Group bought is Deus Ex Machina. Well, the Deus Ex
No.
series, the Soul Reaver
you.
series, and Tomb Raider.
So,
And
like,
those are all major properties, and there's a possibility that they could be revived.
the
Again.
Legacy of Kane series, so Reaver is just one of them.
Soul Reaver
Yeah.
is a fucking amazing property that they need
I've
to
played
revisit.
the crap out of it. I think they also
don't-
got Dark Cloud. I might be wrong.
That could be. I only grabbed a couple of the off the list that I noticed. I don't know.
I never saw a completed list. As far as I'm
Yeah.
aware, if it's only the Western IPs, they did not sell any of the Japanese ones. So,
I think Dark Cloud's-
unfortunately, Square Enix still owns the rights to Parasite Eve. So we will probably never fucking see Aya Brea again. And if we do, it's probably not going to be very good, anyways.
Yeah,
just
well,
fucking travesty,
there
but
you
whatever.
are. Thank God. I don't know if they're ever gonna go revisit the Legacy of Kain storyline. I think it would be awesome if they did. Otherwise, that property's probably just gonna sit in cold storage forever.
Yeah, it
But-
wasn't very popular.
Well, but it was critically acclaimed though, and what I'm thinking is, even if they don't do it as a video game, if I recall, Embracer Group did say that they do more than just video games. So what they could do is, if they wanted to fund comics, let's say, or they wanted to fund novelizations or revitalize novelizations, they might do that. So I think I'm not saying that anything's going to happen with this, but the thing is that THQ Nordic I've always wondered whatever really happened to them, because I remember growing up and seeing some of their names on some of their Western games, and then
They were on a lot of
there
games.
was like fucking nothing. So they kind of
Well,
went
I
the way
feel
of like
nothing.
What that was
Anybody?
they actually went through they went through a couple of name changes. Originally they were just
Yeah, I
THQ,
noticed.
then they became THQ Nordic because they merged with Nordic, which was another developer. And then I thought that they'd fallen off the face of the earth, but I actually found
Apparently
out recently
they
that
grew. Yep.
they grew and were like bought by another parent company and they rebranded. So they've been a couple of different things before they even got to being Embracer Group.
Oh yeah. So I'm not saying be optimistic. So, I'm sorry to put a pin in that to say to be excited, but the fact that at least the way it was worded by the CEO was that these developers, these teams are being welcomed into the group means that it doesn't sound like they're just going to be shut down the way Disney likes to do things or Activision likes to do things, or they're actually going to try to keep them as their own. That may mean that these groups are going to be able to put out the content that they've had to put off on. So, for example, Eidos Montreal had to put a stop on the Deus Ex game they were working on for the Avengers game that we all know did just so fucking well.
That was one of those
your
Try
favorite
Hard Award
game
nominees.
from the Try Hard.
So it could mean that since Eidos Montreal was purchased by Embracer Group in this huge buyout, they may be given the green light and the funding to keep going on that game, or
I thought they
they may have to scrap it and restart depending on what the company says.
already confirmed that they were making a new Tomb Raider.
I wouldn't be surprised
Really?
at this point.
A new what
Thought
game?
they said they were
Tomb
done.
Raider.
Oh, Tomb Raider. No, I'm pretty sure they kept
Put
saying that
more
they basically
clothes
just
on her,
rebooted
please, and ruin it more for us. Thank you.
I like the new Tomb Raider.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss
was a
the
good game.
accident that produced the original Lara Croft. She was an icon.
Yes, she was an icon
If you
on
can-
multiple fronts.
I actually had a poster of the low poly.
Of course you did.
I did. I had it
Low-
hanging
low
up next
poly
to my
tits?
Claudia Schiffer poster
Well,
I'm
that's
just
and the Spice Girls.
if you couldn't tell, Rogue Raven, I'm kind of a boob man.
same.
I actually liked Angelina Jolie in the Lara Croft films, okay?
So did I.
That's what I grew up
You
with.
did a good job.
I think they did okay with the with the stuff that they had. So, I mean, I grew up with
boobies.
I
too.
grew up with the Tomb Raider games. So
Like,
Laura starting out, Laura Croft having her butler chase her around her mansion because I'm an asshole. I don't know if y'all did that, but she had the training ground, and you would just see the butler walk around with a tea tray. At the new games, I thought they did a really good job with the younger
Yeah.
years of Laura Croft, and this is one of those franchises that has kind of, well, it hasn't turned in necessarily to like Metal Gear or something like that because Metal Gear has been around forever.
Yeah.
But I think you can only do like with the archetypal, like, okay, she's going places, doing things, seeing an immortal, and then they're gonna die, or
Yep.
like here's the Panthers and the dinosaurs that somehow live together, which is really cool.
The myth of Superman.
Embracer Group
Yep.
also got Saber Interactive, which is the Space Marine franchise. Evil Deadly game is
Oh.
coming out. The World War Z game.
Oh.
Ah.
Everyone's like, ooh, ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
More games that Chieftain will look at, might play for a week, and then blow $60
I'm
and never play
excited
it again.
for the Evil Dead game because I love horror games like that.
My
Look,
shit's
I
always
love the
cussed.
Evil Dead franchise, despite the fact that it's super campy. I think that's the appeal of it and the intent of it.
Yeah,
Evil
Bruce
Dead
Campbell
being-
is camp.
Okay, good. Making sure I've got that right.
Yeah.
He's
Man.
better in Burn Notice. Sorry.
Well, he
Yes.
was good in Burn Notice, yeah, but the whole thing is he really made his name in the cheese. The cheese.
Jeez.
Hail
Yeah.
to the king, baby.
Evil
I
Dead,
love
the
it.
senior project film.
You bitches are amazing.
Also, the fact that if you go to like a convention and you basically go, "I love you, Bruce Campbell," he'll give you like $20.
I think I like the show Stand Against Evil more than the Evil Dead show came out.
Hmm.
Which
I
Stand
haven't
Against
watched the show.
Stand
Who's Bruce
Against
Campbell?
Evil is the dude is Dr. Cox from Scrubs. I love it.
I actually worked out with Dr. Cox in L.A. at the same gym. He actually spotted me on the bench. Super cool guy. I'm
That's
not
actually
joking. That's
really
not a
awesome.
joke. It's real. I think I told you guys that story before, right?
One of us believes
I think
it.
I've heard something like that. I don't know if that
Like-
was it.
You'll like this soda. It was the ALCS. That's the American League
John C.
Championship
McKinley.
Series.
Sorry, so we don't it's John C. McKinley.
Yeah. No, it's not his name.
Yeah, John.
Is it? Okay.
John C.
Yeah,
McKinley.
yeah, it was. And we're at the Sony lot where they shoot Scrubs, and where I was working on a movie. So we just finished a movie, and we're watching the Yankees play the Angels, and we're looking up, and we're both yelling at the TV, and we're like, blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I agree, blah 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 blah. I'm like, you're from New York? He's like, yeah. I go, oh, I'm from the West Village. I go, I'm from Long Island. I go, what's your name? I know who he is, but I don't know his name. I know, and it's like, oh, I'm Joe. Nice to meet you. Shook his hand. The motherfucker is strong. Let's just say that. All right. And he's like, yeah, I'm here like working out because my wife yells at me because I wake up the baby, so I have to go work out and watch the game here. And I'm like, there was a break. It was 3 outs. I'm like, John. He's like, what? He's like, what's up, man? It's like, can you spot me on this? I don't want to drop this on my chest and look like an idiot. And he's like, sure. So like, he spots me like. I'm on a flat bench doing my dumbbell presses, and I'm like getting it. He's like, come on, you got this. He's like yelling at me like a real gym guy. And like, I had so much adrenaline that like a famous guy would spot me that I was just like, I got it up solely. Like I lifted the weight so easy. He's like, good job. I'm like, thanks, man, for the spot. I appreciate that. I'm like, I go from years, like I could tell this story forever now. It's like the guy from Scrubs spotted me at the gym. It was so
Right.
fucking cool.
And it wasn't the guy from the Brita Filter commercials. Oh, sorry.
No, it wasn't him. But he's like a super nice guy. He was in Platoon as well with Willem Dafoe, right?
But
Yeah, right.
As it should be.
It
The-
sounds
the
like a
thing-
good segue.
The
H
thing with wheels you ride on? Oh, sorry.
Yes, it is a good segue.
You-
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, what? We just skipped a bunch.
No, I didn't.
Weren't we
This is the
doing?
one we skipped these.
Yeah. Okay. I
Oh, we
mean, do you
skipped
want
this?
to
You want to do this one?
Sure. I didn't. I don't think we
Least
got the
favorite
favorite
Star Wars
character.
Do we,
You never
oh,
did
all right.
characters, no.
Yeah, we didn't do favorite character.
All right, here's favorite. Here's favorite.
Speed
Oh,
round. characters.
jeez.
Speed round. Favorite characters.
I don't
We'll
remember
go-
her name.
Grogu.
Okay, describe her, Mo Beatty.
It's the one in the animated show. That
The
had
one with the big
Ahsoka
legs.
Tano.
Asuka.
Yeah,
Ahsoka Tano.
that takes care of Grogu for a time, yeah.
Asuka.
Yeah.
You know what I said before that even that show came out? I go, you know who would be a good person for that? Rosario Dawson. And then who'd they pick? Rosario Dawson. She looks like her.
she's
Yeah.
I
very
was so happy
talented.
when they picked that.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
She's so fucking hot.
I have too
love
many
her.
characters that I like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, not a straight answer from Oni. All right.
Terribly
Moby.
sorry.
She'll get back to you next week.
Oni
Give us
wrote
the
the
three.
crawl. She did a great job.
Yeah, Oni
Thank
did
you.
the Star Wars crawl. It was
Give us
awesome.
give us 3 from
It's so
your list,
funny
Tony.
because she didn't remember it. She didn't remember writing it.
I data dump. I data dump so much stuff. And people go, oh my gosh, you remember so many things. I forgot what I had for lunch today. Actually, what I had for lunch today was a really pathetic salad. But anyways, that's beside the point. I'm totally not bitter at all.
Mo
No.
Beatty, favorite character.
I said that. I only said it. Is it Asuka? Is that what you said?
Ahsoka.
Okay.
Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
Ahsoka
Ahsoka
Tano.
Tano.
A Togruta.
She just. I just
Rogue.
love that animated show. Sorry, go ahead.
Favorite character, Rogue.
It's gonna be so random, and I still can't tell you why I really like him, but Kit Fisto.
Ooh.
Hey, no, Kid Fisto's cool. Kid Fisto's
Yeah.
cool.
And just seeing him like in the water for some reason, like I'm not a huge like swimmer or anything, but like I was like, oh, he looks like really cool, so that's what it was, I think. But
Yeah, he's a cool species. But-
yeah, so Kit Fisto.
Wholesome
but-
character. Wholesome
Yeah.
character.
Professor Soda Pop.
Oh, I said Grogu or somebody steal it.
No, you can use.
I like
steal it,
Grogu or the little what are the frogs that he eats? They have names.
R.I.P. to that colony.
Oh yeah.
Hero.
Oni's gonna hate me for it, but I really liked the
Debatable.
dynamic of the character. I almost said Raven. Revan. I really liked his character
Look at her
dynamic.
face. She's gonna
Yeah.
like, I'm out of here.
I know why you would like him. There's a lot of stuff with him. I'm just bitter because I just go, holy shit, everyone's just gonna mention Revan. But he
Well,
was pivotal
at
to the
least I
Star
have
Wars
a-
universe.
At least I have a valid reason for it. I like the book version. The story that the book told was amazing because the whole story from that book followed him from a time of I don't remember anything from my past, and he goes on this journey of discovery to figure out what the hell happened to him when he left the known galaxy, and then him and his party of friends actually go and journey and unintentionally end up on a dead Sith world, and then follow the trail and go all the way to the home world, the new home world, of course, of the Sith, where they discover the actual Sith overlord. They turn his apprentice to the light side and actually go to have a showdown, and his apprentice turns around and kills God, what was her name again? I'm terrible with her name.
Mara Jade.
No,
Bastilla Shan.
Bastilla. Yes. Bastilla Shan. He kills Bastilla Shan and then wounds Revan mortally, but Bastilla Shan's Force Ghost keeps him alive so that he doesn't actually die. And just the whole story, basically it was a tragic story because he went to go figure out what the hell happened. They discovered this severe issue that led to the Empire's rise, basically. Like, it was a long path to get to that part of the story. It was really, truly pivotal to bring Star Wars to the present as far as giving a backstory to them. I'm not one of those weirdos that the only reason they like him was because he was the main character of a video game.
I like Darth Revan because he was the main character of the video game.
Yeah, if they were going to choose a main character of the video game, they should have chosen Mitra Surik.
And what? Let's go to mine. I just want to start off by saying you're all wrong.
Oh, okay.
And
That's cute. I didn't
Han
ask your
Solo is
opinion.
the best character
God, you're so hot.
because he gets the girl. He tells Luke Skywalker, "Great shot, kid. Don't get penisy." And just when he's going to get frozen in carbonite, the ultimate badass dick thing to do. I love you. I know.
I know.
I do that. I do that. I love you. I know. I do that. Best character in Star Wars. You're all wrong. All right, next one. I'm just kidding. You're not all wrong. It's just a funny thing to say.
We all know that's the reason why you say it.
All right. Who is your least favorite Star Wars character? And for Honey Badger, I put the fucking Ewoks in there because they suck.
They have names.
Which is interesting because they took
eat
down a lot
people.
of. They took out a good couple of Imperial weaponry. So
Even a blind
maybe-
squirrel finds a nut from time to time, Oni. I mean, total dumb luck. But
I mean,
Okay.
I don't
and
understand it.
had
They
to-
live in fucking trees. They run
and they
with
still
sticks. But
fucking won. So what's your point?
Dear diary.
I'm trying to give you the point. They live in fucking trees. They throw fucking spears. Very primitive
5
technology,
hours
but they're
later-
able to braid Princess Leia's hair perfectly with fucking mittens for fucking hands. Explain this shit to me.
Sure,
Like-
it's also called. They actually have railings on their staircases.
That's different than braiding hair.
I don't know. Have you tried to weave cloth? You do need a little dexterity for that.
All right.
Does
All right,
anyone
you got
have
me. You
popcorn
got
for
me
this?
there, Oni.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Rogue.
Oh no, I was just asking if anybody had popcorn for this.
Oh, I'm gluten free.
Can I try?
I think it would.
That'd
But
be funny.
Disney's not that fucking smart, so.
No.
That's true. Mo Beatty, least favorite character, Star Wars.
I have a most annoying character. It's a Salacious Crumb.
Ray Skywalker. I mean Palpatine. Which character?
Salacious Crumb. That fucking rat thing that's on Jabba the Hutt.
You sound more like.
That character was annoying.
He was pretty annoying.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. The movies just gives us too many, especially the new trilogy gives us too many characters to hate.
I hate those little fucking penguin fucks on Luke Skywalker's planet. Those little
Yeah.
I want to punt those little pieces of shit. I fucking hate those.
They
They're
were
in the
the
game
replacement
Galaxy's
Ewoks.
Edge on VR. Do you
Porgs?
have
They were
that
the
game?
replacement Ewoks. Why do you hate
They
them?
are. I fucking hate them. I know. I know. I don't know if anyone has VR in the room, but I bought Galaxy's Edge, and at the very beginning, you're at a cliff, and these little fucks are staring at you,
Show
and you
off.
can't kick them. I hate
Fucking-
them. I fucking hate
show
them.
off. Mo Beatty is a show off.
I'm gonna get my goggles. I got mine for free because I worked on a VR video game.
Been playing After the Fall. It's a good VR game. It's Left 4
Is it?
Dead in VR. But
I suck at Beat Saber, by the way. Fucking- I'm garbage at that game.
Snoke is another character that the trilogy did wrong. So
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
They Darth Mauled him. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you see his face, and he's gone.
And he's dead.
It's
He's supposed to be a powerful Sith Lord, and he's dead.
Yeah,
Immediately.
that completely aggravated the hell out of me. At least if they continued with the same director from the first one to the second one, at the very least they would have had a consistent continuity, regardless of how absolute trash and shit it was. But I digress.
I think if I got that old, I'd look like him. I'm almost there now.
Also,
You got to
Don't-
break your jaw first, I think.
I also don't like Maul when he came back either. So
Ooh.
Soda, least favorite character.
Watto.
Watto sucks.
That
I agree.
flying little fucker.
What a
Yeah.
You know what? Buy a fucking razor. Shave your face, dude. Fucking little elephant
Credits
midget
will do
fuck.
just fine.
I'm not a big fan of slave owners myself, so
Right.
yeah.
We'll talk
that's
to the
the-
Twi'leks.
Yeah.
That's the flying little thing that, had Anakin in.
oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh, I gave the mother away, when they went back together.
You
Dickhead.
fucking asshole. I hope you
Yeah.
fucking step on a Lego, you piece of shit.
He flies
Fucking-
everywhere. So
I fucking hate that guy. Do I have to go step on a Lego? Do I still have that?
So that's one of my
Mm,
top.
I don't think I have it.
Raven.
Raven.
Get shit on, kid.
Oh,
Rose is kind of shit, too.
Yeah, Rogue.
Nico.
What's your least favorite? And don't say Darth Chieftain.
Dude's an asshole.
What an idiot.
Obviously, like, as we've gotten older,
idiot.
like, Jar Jar Binks has become, like, a hideous kind of character that they have.
No.
But, with that being said, I honestly didn't like, General Grievous.
Wow,
Ooh.
really?
They did him pretty dirty, honestly.
Like, even seeing him at the time, I was starting to really get more into Star Wars, by the time the second set of, trilogies came out. And, it's just like this, like, you couldn't even, like, you don't even know anything about the character besides he's like this coffee robot. It's like, this is,
yeah.
like,
yeah,
what do you do with this? Like, okay, you
no.
can
the movie
build up-
really downplays how much of a badass he actually is too.
right,
Yeah,
he's
that's
just
the
like,
thing. Like, sorry, I'm talking
No,
over you. Go
no,
ahead.
no, you're fine. It's just like, they can build up Count Dooku. like rightfully so because it's Christopher fucking Lee. But
Yeah.
But you get this opportunity to have this kind of hybrid dude Coilette thing who has like 4 arms and 4 lightsabers, and he coughs like an asthmatic Wilford Brimley on a good day.
He's got diabetes. He had to cut off his foot.
Diabetes. So it's like I think
That's why I like Reagan. She gets my reference.
like he was so underdone, and it was the same with like Darth Maul. So it's like I don't hate the character. It's just I hate how they were just kind of left.
The character was developed.
Yeah.
It
did frustrate me when I found out later. Like, I never knew for the longest time that Grievous was a badass. Like, I could tell, like, there's something significant to the fact that the motherfucker has all these fucking lightsabers in a collection. Like, how the fuck did you manage that? How many Jedi did you actually kill?
He
And
bought that bullshit. He bought that shit in Etsy.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break.
Get him on the galactic
his
market.
planet was screwed over by the Jedi. The Jedi refused to help. The Republic refused to help. The Republic was saying, "Oh no, we're not going to help the Kaleesh. We're going to help the invaders." Actually, so they never interfered, which allowed the Kaleesh to get their asses kicked, and Grievous lost his mate. Because they were a very tribal society. His wife was killed, and they didn't even get a body to my knowledge. So he lost her, and then by throwing himself into battles, trying to get help or even keep fighting this war with essentially giant praying mantis bugs, which is another insectoid species. Grievous was mortally injured, except for the fact that he was given cybernetics to sustain himself, but
Right.
it was really all for naught. He was really just a pawn, which was really unfortunate. It's really tragic. And the thing is that with the prequel movies, the prequel movies were terrible. The writing wasn't nearly as incompetent as the sequel trilogy, but it still was bad enough where you have these really great characters and they did fucking nothing with them. Like,
I have a personal my personal hot take on it is the prequel trilogy wasn't as bad as the rat that it gets. But I definitely acknowledge the fact that there are the shortcomings of like the character developments that they could have done that was lost, the context that they did not include that was lost, and well, it really suffered pretty badly with poor acting. But I enjoyed the story that was presented.
I'm 2 feet next to you, but I have the high ground.
Safe. I'm in a safe spot. Safe.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I also didn't realize all the CGI that was used. It hasn't aged well, but what a surprise.
Not really.
Oh.
But hey, what can I say? They're just the story that was presented. I just loved the fact that there was more Star Wars at the time.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but yeah, I acknowledge the shortfallings they had. However,
absolutely.
I still enjoyed what was there. But yeah, still.
At least they were working with the lore that was there.
Is that everybody?
I believe.
I think so.
Okay, Jar Jar Binks, he sucks. All right, next one.
Fucking Jar Jar.
Misa Jar Jar Binks. Me here to employ modelers so that way they can get experience in other jobs. I have to. That's something, Rogue. I'm not sure if you're still in. I know you do something creative, but I have to do a light test for a gaming company. I have 16 years of lighting experience in movies, feature films, webisodes, and video games, and they still want me to do a fucking light test, a lighting test, a 3D lighting test.
Excellent.
Horrible, insulting,
probably frustrating.
Yeah.
How dare they?
The nerve, right? Not that I have an ego, but I've been doing it 16 years. If I wasn't doing it 16 years, I wouldn't be doing it 16 years. I'd be digging ditches
or something.
Maybe.
She don't care. Anyways,
I'm just getting tired. That's all it is. Like,
all right, we're almost done. We're almost done.
no, you are absolutely fine. Like, I asked to be in here. I'm just letting you know I'm getting tired because
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm a 60